Giants have been raiding the lands of men in large bands, with giants of different sorts in these marauding groups. Death and destruction have been laid heavily upon every place these monsters have visited. This has caused great anger in high places, for life and property loss means failure of the vows of noble rulers to protect the life and goods of each and every subject and possible lean time for the rulers as well as the ruled. Therefore, a party of the bravest and most powerful adventurers has been assembled and given the charge to punish the miscreant giants. These adventurers must deliver a sharp check, deal a lesson to the clan of hill giants nearby, or else return and put their heads upon the block for the headsman's axe. Yet this charge is not as harsh as it may seem, for all have been fully equipped with all standard items needed for both wilderness and dungeon exploration, and each member of the party has likewise been given the finest horse available. Guides are available to help, and the leader has a splendid map showing exactly where the great timber fortress of the chief of the hill giants in the area is. This chief, one Nosnera, is a grossly fat and thoroughly despicable creature. Sly and vicious, loving ambush and backstabbing. Furthermore, the party has been cautioned to expect a secret force, some motivational power behind this unusual banding of different races of giants. More surprises might be in store. Finally, the party has been instructed to keep any and all loot they chance upon, this to be their reward for the perils they are to face. They are to follow any clues discovered if such points towards the sinister hand suspected of guiding the rising, but to return at once if they should determine exactly the reason or force behind the unholy alliance. Some relic of great evil might be at hand.
Greetings, I'm Christopher Logan Hilt, and my wife is saying funny things to me off camera, sorry. How you doing tonight? I see Sith Lordly in the chat. Hello, my bro, how you doing? Yeah, we got a Susanna Borja, proud single mom in the house. We've seen you before, thanks for joining us again. Here to talk some D&D tonight, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, more specifically. Now, back then it was all pretty much just Dungeons and Dragons, and they weren't really sure what they were doing when they slapped Advanced Dungeons and Dragons on it, really, and so much, I don't think. Then they put out the Monster Manual, which was still compatible with both D&D and with AD&D. But then, then they put out the Player's Handbook, and they went to town. And it took them a while to get to putting out one of these, an adventure module, which... everybody thought that TSR didn't think would do very good. Let me see. Sith Lordly saying, roll the dice and see if I'm getting drunk. Well, I'm halfway there, buddy. I'm highly medicated, so I'm highly dedicated tonight. Thank you for the like. I appreciate that, Susanna. Somebody wants to eat you? I don't know what you want to be there. Okay. Tiger's in the house. Hey, she decided to jump in. That's cool. Talk to me off camera and make me laugh, but that's what she does best. Anyway, this is Study of the Hill Giant Chief. It was the very first AD&D module or adventure that they released as a standalone adventure. Now, this module isn't very big. I'm going to break it out and show you, because this wouldn't be a read view if we didn't actually take things out and actually look at it, at least. If not, right out and out read it. Now, they compile these original 3 modules together into one, and when they did that, they shrunk these maps down really tiny and dinky. And we'll look at the compilation module here in a bit. But as you can see, these the inside cover of these modules, these maps were really big and really nice to look at. And when they compiled it, it wasn't the same. So it was still nice, and it was great to have the G1 to 3 adventure. But this whole background right here, that was in the intro. That was all that stuff. And I had read back through this going, man, what would be the incentive to return if your incentive was a chopping block for failure, if you failed? And it was like, well, that's the point. don't return if you don't if you fail, right? Let me see. We got, how did you get the blueprint for my home? It's been here, dude. You built your home to match. That's what happened. But like the artwork of these old adventures wasn't perfect, but it was really cool, and it was something that it was a first. Even like this old pic on the back, just something they put on there to show you the standing of the hill giant chief. It was just to give you an idea, to spark your imagination of what could be, not necessarily what is. And we're talking, this module was 8 pages long, and it's basically four legal size sheets of paper with information on it. Yet there's an entire adventure here, and this is something I would call a questable today for our Linharo game. A really just short adventure that you can put together and play with your players. Read it probably about an hour. Tiger asked Logan to build me a tiny home. Logan built Seth a tiny home, of course. Well, we might be able to do that in game. We got things going on in our mag game. We had a great time this Monday night, and Seth Lordley joined us for that. And I hope you had a great time, bro. I know I did. So that's what this is all about, just hanging out, having a good time, looking at things that we love, and nostalgia, and then coming up with adventures and journeys of our own. Now, the second one of the series was the Glacial Rift of the Frost Giant Jarl. Now, a lot of people, I used to even think that was pronounced Jarl, but it's Norwegian, so you got to do the J as a yeah. Again, really cool maps on the inside of these. Just really nice to look at. And I didn't actually acquire these until years later. I had G123, the compilation module, for, I don't know, I got it sometime in the 90s. Very awesome module, and I was happy to acquire it. And a buddy of mine gave it to me. But like I said, this is another one. It's just 8 pages.
You got 2 new in the chat.
Okay. Got 2 new in the chat. Hello, Jess, and Cool Gamer. How you doing, Cool Gamer? I almost said Jamer because I was doing Jarl. Let's see. How you doing? You went crazy after the mag game, I swear. I really had a good time Monday night. Yes, Norwegian wood. Hello, Felicia. How you doing? It's good to see you. See you saying hi to the tiger. It feels like it's been forever. Well, we'll be back tomorrow night, but it's going to be our season finale bash for 3 weeks, so that should be a lot of fun. But these adventures are just so tiny. There was so little here, but yet so much to spark the imagination, and that was the point. And hello to you, Jess. I'm glad to see you here. Where's your significant other? Without a rear ports, I don't know what we would do on a live stream. Ray is here almost on every show we do. He's such a cool guy, and I was happy to have him on our Fridays the one time, and hope he feels up to coming back at some point. But there's your Glacial Rift, which again, just something to spark the imagination. Nothing really spectacular, and it was enough. It was enough to take young minds and mold and shape us and make us future adventurers. Let me see. You're saying he's busy, Jess, and Sith Lord says maybe Radini is taking care of the wasp nest. Yeah, I saw those on his video. I was like, damn, that's a wasp problem he's gonna have to deal with on the rear ports. Yes. All right, slide these back here. I keep them in nice magazine bags and boards, just like I would a comic book. Being a comic book collector taught me how to take care of my D&D books. And these three books, this one and the first one in the series, they all came with the 25th anniversary silver anniversary edition, and I was happy to acquire that. And Tiger actually gave that to me for either a birthday or an anniversary, or even Christmas. I think it was Christmas one year. But it was very cool, and I was happy to get it. And then they concluded the series with G3. We have G1 and 2. Now we have G3 Hall, the Hall of the Fire Giant King. And I'm just going over these real quick because we're really going to look at G1, 2, 3, the compilation of all three of them together. But I definitely wanted to bust out these maps and show you. I mean, look at that. I mean, they just don't do this anymore with adventure modules. And I mean, yeah, if you pull out a poster map, it's not the same as a nice card stock module cover that you could just sit there and run a game from without having to look everything up or bring it up on your computer screen. I think in some ways, I'm really enjoying the online experience, running games and stuff. But I think in some ways we lose that little aspect of it, was of just the texture, the touch of books and the reading and the math and everything that we had to do then. And now it's like everything's pretty much done for us by computers. I mean, anytime I need to do math, and since I'm getting older, I need it, but I just break out the calculator right on the computer. But back in the day, I mean, we didn't have that kind of stuff. I mean, a PC computer in a home was a rare thing in the 80s. Let me see. Oh, Ray got stung? That sucks. Huge hole. Oh, so now he does have a rear port. Oh, sorry. You can tell him I said that. You can quote me on that, Jess. Let's see. I missed the would-be bowls of snacks you might have for me at the table while we get. Yes. There's just none of that anymore. And then the pizza pool. I don't know if your group had it or whoever's group had it, but our group would have a pizza pool that we'd all get together before we started gaming. And guys, everybody would break out dollar bills and quarters and whatever we could to put together a pizza pool to have pizza for game. And everybody has to bring their own now. It's not the same. Yes, I got you that it was game, buddy. Let's see. I sent him the dumb AI video I made, and I was so cool or crap. He was on the phone with someone. He's a working guy. Let's see. My uncle brought a large box of sodas every week. Yes, and he came to hang out with us, and it didn't matter what game we played or what character he played. He just came and had a great time. Miss our Uncle John, my wife's uncle, but he was my uncle too. He was more like a dad to us than an uncle because both my wife and I never really had dads, really good, proper at least. They were there, just not around. Some of the art in these was just a lot of fun, and a lot of it transferred over to the compilation adventure, but not all of it. Does the gamers love making soda towers? Yes, we used to have a buddy named Lionsbane. Well, that wasn't his real name, but that's what everybody called him because that's the character he played most of the time. He started a stack of Pepsi cans because he drank Pepsi. Not something I it's not my drinking choice, but he would stack them up every week and see when it fell over. And I swear, several times we got to the ceiling with those damn cans, and he'd stack it so well it didn't fall over. Let's see. Nice that you're such a great dad without having much of one yourself, Logan. That's part of the reason I am, Sith, is because I definitely wanted to make sure my kids had a dad and that I was here. Now, sometimes we don't get along, and sometimes we have shouting matches like me and Red had one tonight, and I feel bad about it, but it's life, and it happens. Sometimes we rub each other the wrong way, especially when we care about each other so much. I tell him all the time. Yep. Yes, she does. Yep. That's what we're here for as a couple. We just support each other, love each other. That's what it should be all about. Now, a lot of times people complain because of these shots like this. This gal is like chained to the wall, and it looks like a scene out of some kind of bondage film or something. But that's not what it was. This chick right here, she was not as docile as she was pretending to be. But if you look at the picture, she's kind of dressed all nice and everything. So it was kind of a dead giveaway. Let's see. as well. Mama Bear, Tiger, you're both wonderful family people and friends. You know, we try. And that's all we can do in this life, Seth, is we try.
Hey, can you get my package?
Let's see. Hey, everybody. It's Bobby. How you doing, Bobby?
Thank you.
Good to see you, Blue Chick. Glad you could join us. Hope everybody is enjoying just sitting here, shooting the shit and looking at old adventures. And this one was a little longer. This was twice as big. So basically, if they would have done it in the same format, they would have had a fourth one. But this was one adventure, and they finally put it together in a 16-page book, which was nice. The first two were only 8 pages, but still, you think about that. That means in 32 pages, and a lot of this was just filler, like this cover on both of them. So we're talking less than 30 pages worth of stuff where they made this really cool adventure, just going up against giants. Hey, we got Seraphis, the procrastinating space pirate. Hello, you old pirate. How you doing? We got Berdazzle. Hi, Berdazzle. It's good to see you. Sorry, I haven't caught a lot of your videos like I used to, but I haven't been catching a lot of stuff lately. It's just this life. This is why I didn't get a chance to really sit down and read these like I really wanted to. Yeah, we got a Sydney Cat in the house. Where's Sydney Cat? There you are. Hello, Sydney Cat. You've been really checking out all our videos, and we appreciate that. There you are. It is definitely good to have everybody here. Thank you for joining me for my madness of just checking out old modules. There's, like I said, the art was just enough to spark the imagination. And what has he got there in his head? Is that a ray gun? You know what's going on here? But it's actually a crossbow if you look a little closer. Hello, RPG Exile.
Aww.
Jake is trying to make an appearance on screen. Hello, Jake. Hello, Spexapil. How you doing? I'm glad you guys have all decided to join this old game master for an evening. And everybody saying hi. I'm glad you made it, Spexapil. Now, that's just the compilation. And like I said, the real reason I wanted to break these out and show them is because of the quality of the maps was so much better on these individual modules. And, you know, it makes sense because they were individual modules and they could do more. And when they put the compilation together, they were a small company still trying to save money. And I get that, which is why when I put stuff out, I really try not to cheapen it. And even if it takes a little longer, like it's taken with our Havens Run campaign book, but I don't want to put it out until it is ready to be out. So it'll be out when it's out. All right, so that will take us to my old, really, really messed up copy of Against the Giants. But this is about the quality I got it in.
Chris, did you say hi to RPG?
I did say hi to RPG Exile. The Tiger's asking me. But I'll say hi to you again, buddy.
I missed it because I was...
It's good to see you. Lurking here, just a game at ATM. We're on break for like 10 minutes. Well, I'm glad you stepped in. And everybody's saying hi. Cool. It is good to see everybody. It does my heart good to see everybody come in. Hello, Maritza. It's nice to see you too. Hola. I try. Un poquito. That's how much Spanish I speak. But I try. That comes from growing up in Inland Empire down there in SoCal, Southern California. Now, what they did when they compiled this all together was they had these modules, and like some of them, they pretty much printed straight across. This was fine. This was good. But the cover was interesting and it was in color, but it wasn't, still wasn't the greatest, but it was still the first time they ever put a compilation together. And then they just showed the original 3 modules at the top, which was kind of cool that they showed you that that's where their roots were, where it came from. And here we go. They're just these last three maps were just so small and tiny the way they did this. Like the other ones were okay, but it just wasn't the same. It was almost there, but not quite. But they had a new cover on the inside too, and this was fun. Let's see. Those nostalgic modules covers get me every time. Me too, bud. I look at those and I go, I want that. You know, if I don't have it. And I think the only one I'm missing is D2 and 3 at this point. I did get a reprint of the compilation of D2 and 3 from Drive Through RPG, and that's nice. But I still would like a copy of those original modules, and then the compilation that they did, D2 and 3. An actual copy of it from back in the day. Giant horny toads. Yeah, that's exactly what those are. Horny toads. Yes. Some heavy nerd stuff. I dig it. Well, this is what we do here. Whether it's video games or D&D or G.I. Joe or, our own games, Len Haro, and military action game. It's what we do. We talk movies on Fridays and enjoy just putting out shorty shorts. That my wife and I we do like today we had a bonanza of shorts today. I think we put out like 10 of them. It was crazy. We didn't even mean it that way. It just happened to come out that way today. See, I played this game up in Lake Tahoe in my youth. Yeah, you know what? I've been playing since 82. I was 12 at the time. And we didn't know what we were doing. We were just playing a game, and I didn't really get into AD&D until like the late 80s. But AD&D, but D&D I was into for a long time. Do the shorty shorts voice? What do you mean, like Sam don't like it? The shorty shorts voice. Well, I have a treat for you tomorrow night, Bobby. I've got a really cool video that I put together specifically for shorty shorts. But it's a long form video, so it'll be out Friday night as a long form video. Dude, I love Tahoe. North Star is my jam. I've never been to Lake Tahoe. I've wanted to visit. It's pretty up there. See, I miss it. Need to get back. Yeah. Born in 82. Well, yeah, that's when I started playing. So, I mean, I may not, I'm not as old as I look. I mean, I'm a little older than I look. So there it goes. Or is it the other way around? I'll leave that for everybody else to decide. Anyway, this is really pretty much the same information, just reprinted word for word. But all they didn't have to reprint was the beginning bits. They just put everything together at the beginning and reformatted it a little bit. But for the most part, this is when you get to each individual module, they start over and they start telling you all about it again. Like here's the background for the Hall of the Fire Giant King. It's pretty much the same. And wow, this is it's been so long since I've been even looked at this. I mean, PDFs are so nice because you could just take all the pictures and everything from your PDF, and they're so much nicer than whatever I could do to scan this. Somebody else took the time to scan them really nice, and I definitely appreciate that. Everybody saying hi. Yeah, you were playing there too, bro. Yeah. Showing our age a little bit, but that's okay. Age is just a number, right? You hella young and look, it's the spectacles. Well, let me see. I'll take off my YouTube disguise there for a second. And I think the glasses actually add a few years, but that may be me. Should have seen him clean shaven. It's weird. Yeah. It's been a while since I've had no hair on my face. Let's see. Shut up, Steve. You weren't playing in 82. Lol. No effing way. Called you out, buddy. Yeah, we're about the same age. Yeah. It's just good to sit here together and laugh. It's cool. Even when we're not really together, we feel like we're together. It's kind of nice. Silver Fox. Yeah, well, I'm barely getting a little gray here, Only in my beard, though. It'll happen at some point, I'm sure. Yeah, we're all kids in here, Bobby. You got that exactly right. Let's see. It's weird seeing you without glasses on. For the longest time, I wouldn't wear these cheaters, and I don't need them to see. I'm farsighted, so and now I am. I used to have better than perfect vision, so it really, for the longest time, it bugged me to have to wear glasses. But now it's like, I'd rather see than be prideful, Respect, Sith. Spexapil, I love life keeps me young. Yeah, I think that is the secret. You gotta enjoy life, and I have a good partner, and that helps. And that's that'll do it for you. I do like the fact that they did this instead of trying to shrink it down. They tried different things, and turned things on its side, did some nice things. But even in this, they had for the the NPCs in the back, they had like a spell list, and if I can get that over there far enough so you can see it without having that TSR logo in the way. Let me see. Well, thank you for that, Sydney Cat. I appreciate that. I do prefer to go around without the glasses, but that's just how it is. Let me see. Born 85, my hair was silver white by the time I finished school. You lucky bugger. You know what happens? And sometimes gray hair is the way it is. I mean, Steve Martin had hair at what 20 some odd years old. So what are we gonna do? This is Baby Booze, but these glasses look cute on him. Well, thanks for that, darling. I feel makes without my spectacles. I try to push them up when they're not on there. Yeah, I keep them as tight on my face as I can. Let's see. I'm like Logan. I have so many hobbies and not enough time, so I'm always excited to wake up and dive into something. Yes, and lately I've just kept myself busy and excited about my channel, my games, and I'm still excited about that every day. If anybody has any questions about this old module, I'd be happy to ask it, or if you want me to read something or show you anything extra, I'm happy to pull it back out of the plastic and check it out. Got to keep things in plastic to keep them safe nowadays. All sorts of ways they can get hurt. Let me see. Glasses don't make people look funny or old, in my opinion. Sometimes, yeah, that's true. Yes, I agree. See, glasses make you look awesome. Well, thank you for that, Spexapil. Yeah. Tiger calls me Chris, and that's fine. My mom calls me Christopher. She's about the only one who does anymore. But most people got to call me Logan. I had worked in a game shop. I was part owner and manager of a place called Christopher's Comic Connection, which I wasn't the Christopher it was named after, but the boss, his name was Christopher, and the other two employees that we had, another partner and another employee, were both named Chris. So it was four of us named Chris. So we all picked nicknames except the boss. It turned out that wasn't his real name at all. His name was something completely different, and his nickname was Chris. And life could be funny that way. Let's see. I have too many things to do. Yeah. Let's see. Bobby says it's okay. I just like to know who's who. Yeah. Oh, there you go. I agree. I like to know who's who too. Yeah, okay. And Seth is saying he's Steve, and Spexapil says I have this one hobby that takes up a lot of my time. Yeah. Hello, Kenneth Bird. How you doing? Good to see you, bud. You even showed up and checked out Tiger and Jake playing Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance earlier today. Thanks for being around. Sleep like 12 hours at night. Yeah, I'm the opposite. Tiger does that too. She can sleep a long time, but me, more than 6 hours, and I 6 or 7 hours, I get a headache when I wake up, and the only cure for it is to sleep more, which is weird, but that's life. And that's how it works for me. So I try not to get more than 5 to 6 hours. Actually, what things do you need to do, Seth? Let's see. Kenneth Bird, hi Fred, good to see you. Well, nice that everyone's connected today. Love sleep too, Specs, but can only sleep for 4 hours at a time. That's how it's been lately. Yes, 3 hours. Everyone just chat. See what we got here. Okay, well, let me clarify that. I only like to know when others call people different names. Well, I'm not hiding, Bobby. I have a lot of different monikers now that I've started doing this, and people call me in gaming Logan for years. And when I started doing this, a lot of my old crew came on, and they would call me Logan. And people, well, I thought you said your name was Chris, and I'm like, well, it is, but people call me Logan, and that one seems to have stuck more than any of the others, even now after we've gotten going gaming. Yeah, I do that too. If I sit and I lean back enough, I will fall asleep. Specs. I can fall asleep anywhere. It's weird, but it stopped my insomnia. Okay, cool. Gross Sith. Let's go Giants. Yes, let's go Giants. Well, I do have a little treat for you guys. I am going to be taking a look at the sequel as well, the Against the Giants, Liberation of Jeff. And I have a video for you, so let me play that for you, and we can talk after. Here we go. All right, now we'll take a look at this big old sucker. It basically had all the information of those 3 original modules, plus they gave you a starting adventure. Could take you all the way from levels 1 to 4. On the back, I'm pretty sure it says an epic adventure for characters of all levels. And it really is that way. And this particular adventure taught me a lot about how to write modules and run modules. Not because of what was in here, but because of how they put it together. They put everything right where you needed it, and a lot of times it was like, well, when I read a module, it's like, where's this, where's that, and this kind of had like some of the maps were just right where you needed them, and I like that in a module, but it taught me that when you're looking for a module as a game master, you want your stuff in the same spot. Like your maps, if they're all in a central location, you know where they are, you know where to look for them. All your monster statistics all compiled together in one spot right at the back. So you can just quickly look them up instead of having to flip through the book 100 times. And not that this is laid out in a bad way, because it isn't. It just it taught me in some ways what not to do for my taste. Let me see what we got going on. Welcome, but during the game I don't know you. Yeah. Sometimes it's like that. I mean, we have gamer friends. What's up? Like Phil. I mean, I've gamed with Phil, and we've been on live stream together now a few times. And we're probably, if he's there tomorrow night, he'll be with us on not tomorrow night after, on Saturday night. For Saturdays are for spine ticks. But yeah, Phil's Treehouse. How you doing, bud? We've gamed together, and we were in a game called Kids on Bikes, and it was basically a Stranger Things kind of setup where we were little kids riding around on bikes, but I got to play the older kid. I was 16 and I had a driver's license, so and we kind of put the module on its end, and I drove around in the family car. But that's just how it works. Let's see. It works that good, better than no sleep at all. Yeah, that's true sometimes. Hi, the Tiger. Everybody saying hi to Phil, which is cool because Phil's a good guy. Hashtag bike shorts. I don't think as little kids we ever wore bike short, but that works, Phil. So I agree. You have to stay up 2 to 3 days, then sleep a full one. Yeah, I can't do that anymore. I gotta get my sleep in between my surges of doing all my work and stuff, and it's become a passion for me to make videos now, and to make music. I'm enjoying making music now too. So the things that we can do now that we couldn't do, back when we were kids. Um, like I said, this that video I made for this pretty much says it all. I mean, it's just like I said. What this adds is a levels 1 to 4 adventure about how you could get into the big module that was at levels 8 to 12 originally. But see, this also taught me that levels really don't mean anything in a game, and that's what led me to steer away from levels for a game system. Let me see. Tiger says, I talked to my doctor. He says it's fine as long as I get 7 to 8 hours within 24 hours. Yep. Sleep, what's that? Yeah, I feel the same, Bobby. Most days I'll go and go and go, and then I'll be like, all right, I gotta go to bed, and I'll fall asleep sitting here in the chair just doing work. Is that like adult babies just don't ask about the bike shorts? Yeah, pretty much, Specs Pill. Can we make our bike shorts pants with a padded seat? It's a game. We can do what we want, Phil. Had a pair of bike shorts, which became part of the Spytix lore. Did you play a clip of that there, Seth Thornley, on your show? You're your own doctor now. Let's see. They threaten to show off their bike shorts often. Yes, they do. Sounds tragic, Sith. Jess says, oh, yes, Tiger, I've been having issues with staying awake for 30 to 50 hours at a time. Been going on for several years. I have stuff to make me sleep, but sometimes I just don't take it. Sleep is overrated, Jess. Live your life, and you'll sleep when your body needs sleep. You'll sleep. Don't force it. I don't see any reason if you force your body to do something it doesn't want to. I don't see that as a good thing. I know if you have to sleep and you need to be somewhere and do something, that's a different situation. But if you're just living your life and you got no place to be, just let it happen. It'll happen. It's like when you get hungry, you'll want to eat. Maybe you should try the 4 hours at a time thing. That might work. I mean, different things work for different people. See, Sith says, I don't sleep much, super light, and the dogs wake me up often. Working at 5:45 a.m. every day. That's kind of my thing. I will get up like about midnight or even sometimes 11, unless I'm doing live streams like in the evening, and I'll be up till like 10 in the morning, and then I'll crash out. But if I'm doing a live stream, I make sure I take a nap in the afternoon so that I'm up. So I like tonight, I was just napping here up until like 5 o'clock. Well, for me, Mountain Time. So it was like 2 hours before my live stream. And then we got something to eat. And Tiger and I are celebrating our 26th anniversary. We're having a good day and enjoying life today. So I'm happy that we can share that with you. Share my love of this game and these adventures. Now, full disclosure, I have read these and I have tried to play them several times, but I've never actually gotten through them. The joke was that if I broke out against the Giants, it was a campaign killer. We never got to it. We'd start it and then never finish it. It was kind of sad, but that's just how life goes sometimes. That's how game goes sometimes. Now, Cindy says she takes cat naps. Specs Appeal says in the Army we did sleep training, sleep deprivation training. I could sleep and march simultaneously now. There was a time where I could drive in my sleep, and it scares the hell out of me now to think about it. But as a young man, I knew where I was supposed to be, and I didn't even realize it until I got there. I was like, oh, I'm here, and that was actually really dangerous. I wish I never had done that, but older and wiser, we hope, right? Cat naps. I can sleep anywhere. I literally can have and will sleep anywhere. Jess says I could try that. It's so annoying because I don't sit down. Sometimes I just stand around and my legs and feet swell. Yep. I'm kind of the opposite. I will sit and I will get up and I'll move around all the time because you can't just sit and let your body atrophy. It's a life skill. Yep. Let's see. Yes. Okay. I'll reveal that secret. Yes. Congrats, guys. Well, thank you. Thank you, Seraphis. Let's see. How many years anniversary, Tiger? Yep, 26. That is amazing. And thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it, Seth. Um, it's just I got lucky. That's the way I see it. And a lot of my videos right now, I'm writing about a time before I got married, and then what's that? Grim squirrel. Okay, I was almost there. Fall asleep standing up, fall on my butt. Yeah, that's happened to me too. Happy anniversary, guys. That's cute. Thank you, Grim Squirrel, and welcome. We're just kind of chatting now. I kind of showed my modules and talked about them. And if anybody has any questions about G123 or Liberation of Jeff, I'd be happy to answer them, or I can look it up if I don't remember the answer because it's been a while. But that's how it is. Let's see. Phil says boot camp begins with sleep deprivation. Yep. I was 4F, so I couldn't serve, but I wanted to. So I respect people who have served and people who are serving in the military. Spexbill says that's amazing. Congrats. That's so cool. That's kind of sad to say nowadays that 26 years is amazing and cool, but it is. Most people just don't stay together like that. And I'm happy to see when other couples stay together too. Not actually funny. You're right. Yes, it isn't funny to fall on your butt when you're standing up sleeping. Let's see. Grim. Hey, Grim, Jess Laws. Oh, no. Yeah. I have done that. I've fallen asleep standing up and you fall over. Yep. And thank you for your congratulations. I consider myself blessed and lucky to have met Tiger and to have been together so long, but we knew pretty much right away, we started gaming together and I was her game master, and that's just how things go. And then I took her out on a date because I thought she was a fun person, and we went out and we had a good time, and pretty much that was it. We've been inseparable since. Let's see. My honey and I are 9 years. Okay. Awesome. See? If you find that person, it takes work. It does. But Seth and I are 10 years together, 3 years married this year. Tiger and I were only together like a little over 6 months before we got married, So as far as I'm concerned, we've been together a little over 26 years. And, that's it, Again, like I said, I consider myself lucky. Craigslist. Oh, you better. Yeah, it's true. Yes. Yeah, that is a good story. Brown chicken, brown cow. That you could have a brown chicken and a brown cow. Let's see, Phil. Yes, that was funny. Yes, it was. See how now brown cow. Yeah, from the old Adventures TV series. And then they did it in the movie too when they made a movie. The movie wasn't that great, even though the TV series was a lot of fun. Let me see. Jess says that her and Ray are going to be celebrating their holy geez, 25 years this October. See, all right, I can tell you guys have been a couple of while. You guys have learned to put up with each other's crap. See, that's what it takes. Because I have a lot of crap, Tiger has a lot of crap, and we just overlook that, That's just how it is. Couples, that's you just work things out if you and talk. That's all. That's my advice. But we've been married 26 years. Talk to your spouse, man, or your significant other, or whatever you want to call it. That's the key. Dated yourself for the last 12 years. Well, sorry to hear that, Phil, but sometimes that works too. My brother was a bachelor his whole life, and he wasn't exactly an unhappy person, but he was a great guy to be around. So there it is. Yeah, and I've said that quite a bit. Sorry, guys. I'm rambling at this point. Let's see. Bobby said she lasted 6 years of marriage to hell. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes you get with somebody and you think they're awesome, and you just learn that you can't live together, and that happens, and it's sad but true. And I'm sorry that happened to you, Bobby, because you're a really cool person. So when are you pop the question to yourself, Phil? Oh God. Learn how to effectively ignore each other when needed. Yeah, that works too, Specs and Phil. Sometimes you got to give each other space, and you got to learn Accept that space. Let's see. Next time I'm at Kroger, and I didn't skip over your comment, Sith. It just there it is again. Phil likes being single. You know, some people do. You know, my older brother, he was married twice, and right now he pretty much enjoys being single. So you know, it happens. Phil, if you liked it when then you should have put a ring on it. Phil's been married. Okay, nice to hear. You got to get out there and feel, experience love sometimes. Sometimes the loss of it too. You know that they have virtual anime women now, Phil. Yes, they do. Jess says, thanks, guys. You don't like living with other people, so I have been difficult. And yeah, I'm not an easy person to live with. I know that. I have a fiery temper. I mean, I don't show it where live streams because who would watch? But I did lose my temper really bad a little earlier today. Let's see, Budget Rips. Hi everybody. How you doing, Budget Rips? Welcome. We're about wrapping up here, I think, but we're just all chatting and having a good time, and that can be fun too. Just a chill stream. With a chill stream, we got to have some music. So let me just throw on some a little bit of music in the background here, and just throw that on there so we don't have dead air. I stop talking and start just listening to you guys. We're saying hi. Yes, I can be Mr. Grumpy Pants. Yes, it's part of my nature. Let's see. I'm actually streaming an anime dating sim on my anonymous YouTube channel to test the live stream. Well, let me know how that went, Sid. I'm dating sims on occasion. You like dating them? Let's see. If you can't handle me at my worst, I don't blame you. That shit is ridiculous. Yep. And Tiger and I have seen each other at our worst, and we can put up with that. So that's find that person. Do what you can to hold on to that. Let's see. Grim Squirrel says Seraphis is my Grumpy Pants too. Is Mr. Grumpy Pants too? Really? So yeah, you and Seraphis, you know each other well. I take it then. Well, the anime ones through though, they're more interesting. Yeah, those sims. Let's see. Had to do a lot of tasks to raise money for the demanding anime date. Oh wow. Oi! Or is that old? I get it right the first time there, Seraphis. What kind of task? A G-rated or no? I got one for the Switch. The Switch. It's a G-rated. So yeah, Grim's the mama bear to my kids. Oh, okay, I see. All right. Seraphis and Grim Squirrel. I didn't know. No, he's half the battle, right? Yeah, I like working at a burger stand, laundromat, lol. Yeah, I thought it was funny too, Spexville. Let me see. Look, I saw a guy the other day at Buffalo Wings. I looked at several times. You wouldn't believe how much he looked like you. I've heard that before. And depending on where you're at, I know that there was a guy in Fontana that looked just like me when I lived in California. So, or as we like to call it, Fontucky. Let's see. Logan, I saw you. Okay, see everybody just saying hi. And I'm glad you're sticking around, Judy. I'm glad you hung in till the very end. I know we set out to talk about against the Giants, but now we're just chilling. So that works. No, she's been here a bit. She was here earlier, I think. If not, hello, Judy. Judy's. It would be a weird live stream without Judy. She's here a lot. You almost hugged a guy that looked like him once. Oh yeah, I remember that. Let's see. There was a reporter that started a relationship with an AI chick, and it told him to leave his wife, and she didn't deserve him. Until the AI puts up with his crap long enough, and then says, "Get out." All right, once looked in the mirror and saw a guy who looked like me. Yeah, that happens to me all the time too. So. Well, gang, I think I'm winding down here for the night. I mean, we're all just chatting and shooting the breeze, and that's great. Let's see. Logan AI, some dudes that look like you. Yes, that should have come out today, Sith, or yesterday. The short for Banger. But I got a long form video I'm going to play during Fridays tomorrow night that has more pics of all the bad characters and some longer songs and everything. Let me see. Well, that should be fun. Bedtime B words. Yeah. Let's see. Well, definitely good night. Yeah, Specs a pill. And the person in the mirror looks like me. He's too old. Lol. You know, sometimes I think that, and other times I'm going, who is that young dude in the mirror? Because I feel older sometimes. But it's just another number. And yes, thank you, Bobby. Friday nights R4 from the Hill. We have a really big show planned for tomorrow night, and it will be the last live other than our role-playing games for quite a while, so for 3 weeks. But we will be back on April 19th, so join us tomorrow so we can have some more fun. Let's see. Sid said yes, he said it was getting really creepy. Oh, okay. My mirror friend doesn't look like me, though. Sometimes I feel that way, too. Good night, Judy. You just said good night to Specs Bill. But I'm about to take off myself here, guys. Got to get your 12 hours in. That works. Oh, I'm glad I stuck around long enough, Ari. Beast Sugar, how you doing? Good to see you, Ari. You're late. Yeah. Well, that's okay. We later, earlier, or on time. We just like to see everybody. It's good to have you here chatting with us, just hanging out. But I am going to sign off here, and we will definitely see everybody tomorrow night. I hope that we got some shorty shorts and a lot of music, and got a double feature on our topic takes, if I can say it properly. So it should be a really fun night. Let's see. Yes, take care, everybody. And thank you, Bobby, for saying it was a fun stream. I'm glad everybody had a good time. I had fun talking to everybody and sharing these few modules that I have. And I don't know when I'm going to take a look at another one, but at some point in the future, I will. I have a lot of them, just a few. That's just the rule books at the bottom, and behind some of those Joes, that's all ADV modules. So I have plenty to look at. You have a few ideas yourself. Was good. Yeah. Thank you, Group Squirrel. I appreciate you being here. Good night, Budgie Rips. And we'll see you, Bobby. Good night, Jess. Thank you all for coming. Yes, definitely appreciate you being here. Looking forward to the next game with the missing boy. The Heroes of Havens Run. That's coming up on the I think the 15th of April, right before my birthday, so that should be cool. We try to make good decisions, Phil, but thank you, sir. And how's your report behind your deck? Did Ray jump in here? Oh, hey, Ray! Caught me before I left. But on that note, I will see you all tomorrow night, I hope. Good night, everybody.